I just thought I caught the itis. Like, little did I know I caught the 19. Lifestyle, I love fashion, I love beauty, I love glam. Wait, y'all, I wasn't supposed to do that. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. This is your girl, the Glam Empress, and I'm back with another beauty, makeup, get ready with me, chit chat, sit down, you guys. I have not talked to you guys in forever, and I need to update you guys up on life, just in general. So we will be talking about everything under the sun, you guys, and I will be showing you how I got to this beautiful, sultry, date night, flirty look. So of course, if you love content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the kingdom, you guys. We are on a journey right now. We're on a journey, and y'all are with me. Y'all are with me on this journey. I'm with y'all. Y'all with me, and we together on this journey, you guys. So of course, stay tuned to this video if you would love to see how I got to this look. Oh, and tell me, y'all see, it's official now. It's official. So we here, we together. This thing is on a roll. Hey you guys, so we are just going to be jumping right into this video, and as you guys can see by the title, yes, we are going to be talking about me being tested positive for COVID. But while we're doing our little chit chat and stuff, I am going to be doing my hair and makeup today. So today we are going to start off by using well, we're not going to start off by using it, but I'm going to be using my new palette by Juvia's Place, and this is the Nomads by Juvia's. And again, you guys, y'all already know that I love my Juvia's Place palette because she's very affordable and she has a lot of different colors, especially for all different skin complexions. And this is what it's looking like today. Very beautiful, very natural, and you can definitely do a lot of different looks with her palette. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing today. I want to do like a sultry date night type of look, so that's what we're going for today. So yeah, you guys, we're just gonna be jumping right in. So yeah, so as you all know, of course, by the title, and then of course if you've seen my Instagram stories or my Facebook stories, you guys know that I got tested positive for COVID. Now, I'm not going to speak too much on it just because it's in the past, and as you guys can see, I'm, perfectly healthy or whatever. But in a sense, like, I'm genuinely a healthy person, like on a regular. Like, I go to the gym 5 days a week or whatever. I eat healthy. I definitely take a vitamin every morning, or which I need to take this morning. So my health to me is A1. I do have, like asthma or whatever when it comes to allergies. I do have an inhaler that I use as needed, and I do, do breathing treatments every so often as needed. But for the most part, my health is, like, to me, is 100%. So when I talk about, or as far as my symptoms, you guys, like, what happened was on a Thursday, I forget what Thursday that was. It was like a couple of Thursdays ago. But on that Thursday, I was hanging out with one of my homegirls or whatever, and everything was good. Like, we was hanging out all day or whatever, and got something to eat or whatever, came back to the house, and after we got something to eat, I felt very, very tired or whatever, and I just thought I caught the itis. Like, little did I know I caught the 19. But in that sense, like, when I was tired, like, I just felt tired. And by this time, like, I didn't know that I had COVID, but because I was tested positive for COVID, I'm just going into my symptoms. But I felt really sleepy, you guys. Like, that was the first like symptom. I felt very, very sleepy. I thought I had the itis or whatever, and so I kept telling my homegirl, I was like, I need to go to sleep, I need to go to sleep. Like, I feel like I've been, you know, I got the itis from the good food that we had. And so we finished doing running around, like, we was having fun, laughing, kikiing, and all that type of stuff. And then I just started feeling, like, after a while, I started feeling cold or whatever. And it's hot outside. It's like 80, 90 degrees or whatever outside. And so I started feeling cold, and I didn't know why or whatever. But I was just like, you know, I feel tired, I feel cold or whatever. And I was like, I don't really know what's wrong, but I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, because she does hair or whatever. So I keep saying or whatever. She does hair, so I was just like, while she doing hair, I'm definitely taking a nap, because she was doing like these small knotless braids or whatever. And so when her client came, she started doing her client or whatever, and I was just like, I'm gonna go in your room and take a nap. And so, y'all, I want to say her client came like around 6, and by 7 I was like passed out or whatever. And I kept, like, the whole entire time I was asleep or whatever, like, just tossing and turning and stuff, I just felt so cold. And I was even getting, like, it was like I was hot, then I was cold, then I was cold, then I was hot. And even on my skin, like, you can see on my skin, like, these little raised bumps or whatever from being cold. But it was like I was cold, but I was also sweating too, which was extremely weird. And then I literally was feeling myself coming down with a fever or whatever. And I felt myself coming down with a fever, and I was like, I just stayed asleep or whatever. I just stayed asleep. And so I want to say I had woke up, like, it was so funny because I knew I was sick because she had bust into the room, and I literally felt my soul jump back into my body, y'all. Like, I was scared half to death when she, like, bust into the room when I was sleeping, because I was knocked out. And when I sleep hard like that, that's how you know I'm not feeling well, because I'm not like a light sleeper, but I'm not like a heavy sleeper either. But when I'm sick, I'm definitely a heavy sleeper. And y'all, I'm messing up, but I'm gonna fix it. And so yeah, so she had busted in the room or whatever, and then shortly after that, her daughter had busted into the room too, and she was like, what's going on, what you doing? And I was like, I'm asleep, I'm not feeling right or whatever. And she was just like, okay. So both of them went on about their merry way, and I had slept for a few more hours. And as I was sleeping, I was just tossing and turning because I was hot, then I was cold, then I was cold, then I was hot. And so and you know how you can kind of feel yourself getting sick. Like, I was feeling myself getting sick because of how my body was. And then I started getting a subtle headache. The headache was starting to come on, and during that time, y'all, like, it was starting to be that time of the month. So I thought the headache was coming from, you know, Aunt Flo ready to show up. So again, I had no clue that, you know, I was getting COVID symptoms. I thought it was more so like, I don't know what I thought it was, y'all, because it was just so random. And sorry, y'all, I'm trying to focus on these brows. So yeah, so it was like I didn't know what was going on because it was just so much going on. And after a while, like, I started feeling real bad. Like, I had the hot and cold chills, the headache was coming on, I was super duper tired, like, and I was starting to get weak. Like, I was starting to feel like I couldn't get up out of the bed. And it was just like a slow, like, my symptoms was coming on slowly. And so I had went in, because I was trying to see, you know, when you feeling bad, you want to go, you know, to your house or whatever and lay in your bed and stuff like that. So I was trying to see how much hair she had left to do, and I saw that, you know, she was doing a small knotless. So I was just like, you know, I need to go home. So I had called myself an Uber to go home, and I had gotten to bed, and well, I had took some medicine, and then that's when I had gotten to bed and I slept. And so Friday come, and this is when I feel extremely weak. Like, I woke up and I felt extremely weak. I felt like I could not get out of the bed, and then the headache that I had, I felt like the headache that I had or whatever was stuck up in my head. And what I mean by that is, like, I took like 3 Tylenols, y'all, and I still felt like the headache subsided a little bit, but it was still stuck up in my head. Like, if I was to look up, like, the headache was stuck up in my head, and it was definitely not a good feeling at all. And so I had took some headache medicine, and then when a few hours had passed, I had took some elderberry, because elderberry is supposed to knock everything out. And then at night I had took like some NyQuil and stuff like that. And so that's what I was doing to pretty much, you know, trying to cure my sickness, because again, at that time I didn't know that I had the 19. So Friday I slept all day or whatever, and then, you know, I would say by the end of Friday, or was it no, all day Friday I slept or whatever. I went out, I would take my dog for a walk, and, you know, I'm just trying to nurse myself back to health by this time, because I was starting, you know, I'm starting a new job soon. And so, matter of fact, that following Monday is when I was starting my new job. So we had orientation that Monday. And so I'm trying to nurse myself back to health, nurse myself back to health. And so my homegirl had texted me that Friday, and she was just like, you know, are you feeling any better? And I was like, no, I'm actually feeling worse, because by this time my skin was all raised up, and then the hot and cold chills was like the worst, because it's like every time I got myself warm, that's when I got hot, and then when I would take myself from under the covers, that's when I had got cold. But mind you, you guys, like, when we get sick and stuff, like, to me all of this stuff is like nothing out of the ordinary, but of course I wanted to be proactive because of what's going on in the world. Of course I wanted to make sure that it wasn't COVID. So I want to say Friday. Yeah, Friday is when I was just like, well, let me make sure it's not COVID. So, you know, I was sleeping on and off throughout the day, and you know, I didn't really have an appetite. It's like I didn't lose my appetite, but I really didn't have an appetite. It's like I just ate like a little bit of soup or whatever and called it a day. And so that's when Friday I was looking to see if I could go in and take a COVID test. And so at the Walgreens, they didn't have any appointments available until Saturday or whatever. And so I was just like, okay, cool. So I got the first thing available on Saturday. And hold on, y'all know when you do your brows, you gotta concentrate. Yeah, my brows looking good, y'all. And I had just got my brows done yesterday, so it ain't nothing like getting your eyebrows done and then like filling them in and stuff. Okay, so back to my story about having COVID. So what did so Friday I scheduled a COVID test or whatever for the first thing smoking on Saturday. And so like I said, just Friday I just spent the time resting and, you know, nursing myself back to health with all these over-the-counter medications. And I would say honestly, the worst thing about having COVID was the headaches and the cold chill, because the headache would not go away. Again, it subsided, like the medicine took the edge off of it, but it was still stuck up in my head. And that was the worst part about it, because with the headache, especially with me, when I get headaches, it's just, it drags me down. Like I feel like I can't really function the way that I really want to function, because the headache is stuck up in my head, and it's just like an annoying nagging feeling. So all day Friday I rested. My homegirl had asked me, she was like, are you feeling better? I was like, no, I'm feeling worse, because I felt so much more weaker. That's when I saw more raised bumps all over my body, because I was so cold and I was so hot. And then later on during the day, that's when I felt like I couldn't really smell. Like I would say I could smell, but then I couldn't smell. And it was just me, like, again, not thinking that I had COVID at all, but just me more so being proactive. So again, y'all, I don't know what look I want to do. I think I'm gonna just go with the flow. Okay, so let me see. I haven't done my makeup and sat down and talked to you guys in a while, so we just gonna have a little chit chat and we just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna go into my Juvia's palette and I'm going to use this color right here. And I'm not doing full glam. Again, I want to do like a sultry, just kind of like a natural glow type of look. placing it on the eyelid, you guys, and then I'm also packing it on as well. But okay, y'all, so Saturday comes and my COVID appointment was at 9 a.m. So I get it. So I want to say, y'all, by Saturday morning, I did feel like I felt a little better. Like, I was just like, okay, well, maybe it was just like a 24-hour bug. I really don't know, you know, what this was or whatever, but I'm still going to take this COVID test to, you know, make sure that's not it. But I was just like, I'm feeling good or whatever. I'm feeling great. I'm still going to rest. I'm not going to do too much. But I went ahead and I took the COVID test Saturday, and y'all, I thought I was fucking Billy Badass because I was feeling good, feeling great, still taking the medication or whatever, still really not eating too much. I still felt weak, but I didn't feel as weak. So I decided that I'm gonna take my ass to the gym. Y'all, went to the gym or whatever because I don't like to like lay around and roll around. I like to be active. I like to be up. I like to be doing things. I like to, you know, get my YouTube stuff out, and you know, I had all these plans and all these videos that I was trying to get out, that, you know, the whole sickness was slowing me down. So I was just like, oh, now that I'm feeling better on Saturday, I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym and, you know, get back to my normal routine. Y'all, boy, that was a huge mistake. I got to that damn gym, y'all, I couldn't lift a damn thing. I got on the treadmill, and when I was on the treadmill, I felt like I was about to pass out. And I'll get on the treadmill and I'll run for a good 30 minutes and, you know, be charged up and be ready to go, wanting to lift weights and some more stuff. Y'all, I got on that damn treadmill and I walked, and then when I went to go run, I immediately had to stop because I was just like, I feel like I'm about to faint. So and I was like, maybe I need to take it slow. You know, I'm thinking that I just needed to ease myself back into it. So I was like, maybe I need to take things slow. So I get off the treadmill and then I start doing my leg routines or whatever, and I was just like, okay, I can do this. I was like, I'm not going to go too hard, but I'm still going to get a good enough workout in. You guys, I'm going into my other Juvia's palette because I want to add a little bit of this red color to my outer crease. So you guys, I'm at the gym, I'm doing my leg workout. I'm like, okay, like maybe that was just me pushing it. So I'm doing my leg workout or whatever, and then I do some abs. And when I start doing my abs, I was just like, it's like I felt like I could not move. Like I just felt weak, y'all. Yeah, I just felt really, really weak. Like it was just more weaker than usual, and it was like, for the death of me, I could not understand what was going on. And I was just like, okay, so I was probably at the gym for all of 30 minutes. I was at the gym for all of 30 minutes, and then I decided to go back home. And mind y'all, when I do go to the gym, even still to this day, I always wear a mask. I always wipe down the machines before and after. So because at the gym or whatever, I feel like that's nasty. Like people in there sweating, they farting, they digging in their butt, like ew. And so I always go to the gym, and then of course, like I try to go late so that way I'm in there by myself, or not by myself, but where it's not a whole lot of people, so that way, you know, if I'm on the treadmill and I'm the only person on the treadmill in the treadmill area, then you know I'm gonna slip my mask down, and then if somebody come around me or whatever, then I respectfully slip it back up. And so that's what I do even still to this day. So when I was at the gym, I was there for all of 30 minutes, came home, took a shower, passed out. Y'all, by Sunday, I had felt like death had warmed over. Like, I felt worse on Sunday than I did any other day. Again, the symptoms never changed. I was super duper weak. And by this time, by Sunday, I had no taste and I could barely smell. And so I was just like, I don't know what this is, but I was like, Sunday all day, I'm just going to rest and take some medicine, because the next day is when I had to go to orientation. So I was like, I'm just going to take this medicine. I'm still going to try to nurse myself back to health, and you know, all will be great. So that's what I did. So fast forward the story, you guys. I'm still not, you know, it takes 72 hours for you to get your COVID test back, and I was just like, okay, I should be getting my COVID test back on Tuesday. So this is Sunday, and so Sunday, you know, I rested up or whatever. I was like, I have to rest up, because I was like, I have to start orientation on Monday. So all day Sunday I was asleep. On orientation day, which was Monday the 26th, I remember that. When I woke up Monday, excuse me y'all, when I woke up Monday, I felt awesome. Like, all the symptoms was gone. Like, well, not all the symptoms was gone. I probably had like a little bit of a cough or whatever, and it was just a dry cough. They said that's a part of the symptoms, but mine wasn't obsessive. It was just like a little or whatever, like here and there. But that was about it. So now I'm gonna go into the new Juvia's Place palette, and I'm gonna use this color right here. So yeah, you guys, I had a little bit of a dry cough, but other than that, Monday I felt great. I was awesome. I definitely wasn't weak like how I was, and I don't want to say I had a full-blown appetite, but your girl was hungry. Like, I was hungry and I needed to eat. And so so that's what I did. So Monday I went in for orientation, you know, all was well, did what I needed to do on orientation, and I had lunch at the job, and I had a grilled chicken sandwich, a big salad, and I had some chips, and I felt so much better. I was just like, yes, I don't know what that was, but it feels so good to be back. And I was cool, and I still wore my mask, of course, everywhere. And you know, I'm just living life like it's golden. I'm living life like it's golden. And I wasn't, like, during this whole time, you guys, I wasn't really on social media, because I haven't really been feeling in the best of moods. And when I come here on social media, on my YouTube channel, I want to be happy, I want to be positive, like, I want to be great. And I just feel like every time I tried to do something with my YouTube channel, or every time I tried to get back on track, it was always a curveball being thrown at me, whether I was feeling sick or whether things just wasn't happening when it was supposed to happen. It was just always a curveball being thrown. And so I was just like, okay, I need to focus solely on, you know, all that I have going on. And you know, my YouTube channel and my Instagram is not going nowhere, but I still want to maintain my consistency, because I feel like every time I become consistent, like I said, a curveball always get thrown at me. So by Monday, like I said, I was feeling great, I was feeling awesome. Tuesday, The 27th, I went in for my orientation day, all day, feeling great, feeling awesome. And you know, I go to the gym at night. I usually typically go to the gym like around 9 o'clock at night when there's nobody in there, and I work out until about 11, come home, take a shower, and you know, that's pretty much my routine. And so that's what I did on Monday. So Tuesday is when I got the news that I was tested positive for COVID. So what happened was, of course, you know, Walgreens, they send you your information through email, and then you find out through email your results. I just knew that I didn't have COVID. So I saw Walgreens sent me my results, which I'll post it up on the screen so you guys can see. But Walgreens had sent me my results via email, and it said positive. And y'all, when I seen it, I was just like, did they send this to, I was looking at my phone, I was like, did they send this to the right person? So I had logged out and then logged back in thinking it was going to be a different answer, and it said positive. And I was like, this can't be for real. Like, I was like, this can't be for real, because as y'all know, like, I done been to Tampa, I done been to Atlanta. I'm always in the gym, I'm always out. Not saying that I'm always practicing, like I always have a mask on, because clearly when y'all see me in these videos and stuff like that, I don't always have a mask on. But it's like, like, it wasn't registering to me. And so I was just like, I couldn't believe this. And so I sent it to my best friend, and I sent it to those who was close to me, and I was just like, y'all, they saying that I was positive for COVID. And so I had called, I had told my mom or whatever, and so I was just like, I need to get in contact with my new job, because I'm literally sitting in class. Granted, like I said, I have on a mask or whatever, but I'm literally sitting in a classroom with 40 plus people in the front of the class, y'all, with COVID. It's like, granted, I didn't go too many places, but I was at my homegirl house. Like, when I first started feeling the symptoms, I was at my homegirl house. I was laying in her bed because, you know, I was trying to go to sleep or whatever. And then it's like, I'm starting orientation in a class with 40 some odd people. I done went to the gym or whatever, and it's like, oh my god, like, I was like low-key panicking, because I was just like, you know, granted, I know my health is in tip-top shape, but still, that 19 can still kill. It still has the potential to kill me and other people. And like I said, I do majority of the time wear a mask, but let's be real, like, it's times where I wasn't wearing a mask. And so that was the times where I was like freaking out and stuff like that, because I'm around all these people, whether I was wearing a mask or not. Somebody needs to know. And so, y'all, I was calling the job, I was emailing people, and it was like so hard to get in contact with these people. I was just like, you know, I'm calling the front desk, and they calling HR, and they was like, oh my goodness, I don't know why they ain't picking up the phone. And I was like, I don't know why. Even they was like, well, call back tomorrow, maybe it's after hours or something like that. Call back tomorrow and see if you can get in contact with them. And so, mind you, I didn't have to be back to my new job. I didn't have to go back in until Thursday. So this was Tuesday night when I found out. Wednesday I didn't have to go in, which was good. And then Thursday I had to go in. So by that time, I knew that I wasn't able to go in, because of course when you had, now how I get all this stuff on my hands? And where did all this come from? But you know, when you find out you have COVID or whatever, you need to be isolated. And you need to be isolated for like, you know, a few days, not just no 1 or 2 days or whatever. Like, they want you isolated for like 10 days, I believe. And so I'm calling a job, I'm sending emails, I'm calling this person, I'm calling that person. I'm new, so I'm not, it's like I'm in the system, but I just you know, started being in the system. So like, I'm trying to get in contact with these people. So on Wednesday, you know, Wednesday happened. I was just like, okay, when I found out I had COVID, I wanted to start wearing a mask in the house so I don't affect, you know, the house and stuff like that. So I'm wearing a mask in the house because I'm just like, oh my goodness, I'm probably contagious. Like, what is this? Like, I cannot believe this. And so that's pretty much what was going on in my mind. Like, and then of course I put it up on Instagram, and I ain't even been posting on Instagram like that. So, you know, of course, when I posted on Instagram, like over 100 people then looked at it, and I was like, oh great, cool. When I post on Instagram or whatever, after a while of not posting on Instagram, everybody and their mother gonna look at it, which was fine because I put it up there to let people know, like hey, I have COVID. I put it up there to, you know, make people aware that I do have COVID or whatever. And I sent it to my homegirl whose house I was in. I was just like asking her, is her and her daughter okay, and all this other type of stuff. And I'm just, you know, telling people. And so that's when my best friend had called me, and we was talking about like the isolation, and she was like, the people gonna contact you and, you know, ask you a series of questions, and, you know, they're gonna tell you you need to isolate. And she was like, 9 times out of 10 you probably have to isolate until the 1st, which, you know, that's what they ended up telling me. And so I was just like, okay, I might have to tell my job. So, you know, I was telling her how the job wasn't answering. This was still Tuesday night, because of course I'm telling, you know, those who are close to me, and then I told, you know, Instagram and stuff. But so, you know, she was telling me that. And so the next day, that's when, you know, I talked to the contact tracing people, and they called, they asked me a series of questions. They was just like, have you been around these many people? Have you been around that many people? Oh, y'all, and I didn't tell y'all. So I had thought, because when I was at my homegirl house or whatever, her daughter has, like, you know, little kids, they sneeze and they don't really cover their mouth like that. They little kids. And so I thought I had automatically caught it from that. And with me, I have a pet peeve about being around like people who sneeze and don't cover their mouth. I don't care who you are. Like, you can be old, you can be my mother, you can be my brother, you can be my sister, you can be anybody. If you sneeze and don't cover your mouth, like, I'm automatically gonna get disgusted, because literally when you sneeze, that's blowing out spit, and that's nasty. I don't like spit. And so when she sneezed or whatever, I thought that I had caught COVID from that. And so when I talked to my best friend, she was like, no, it wouldn't happen that fast. She was like, it would happen over a course of like 4 to 5 days. And so when we looked at the calendar, I was just like, oh my God. I was like, Chrissy, I was just like, 4 to 5 days ago was the family cookout. And she was just like, yikes. Like, she was like, oh my goodness. And y'all, like, at the family cookout, it was lit. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, it was lit. It was people everywhere. And you know, it was just a whole bunch of family in town. And of course, you know, when you when you with family, you don't really think about, not saying you don't really think about COVID, but for one, majority of the family is vaccinated, and then for two, it's like, you know, you used to being around your family and stuff in the summertime, and really not having to worry about COVID and all this extra stuff. So it's like, with me, it's crazy because I always come in with a mask, and then eventually I'll take it off or whatever, because it's like, it's family. And so she was just like, yikes, or whatever. So they sent out a message to the family to let the family know, and you know, those who felt like they need to get tested got tested, and then for the most part the family is vaccinated. Now, I can speak 100% for myself. I am not vaccinated. That is my personal choice. I'm not comfortable with it yet, and that's just my personal choice. I'm not gonna jump when I'm not gonna say how high when somebody say jump just because the masses is doing it. No, I need to, if it comes to putting something in my body, then I need to know all there is that I need to know about it. And right now I feel like it's not enough information about it. It's like 3 different ones, and it's, to me, it's just, I felt like the vaccine was literally just, they just came up with something and they distributed to everybody because we're in a crisis. Now, yes, you know, some people may feel as though, you know, the vaccine is this, the vaccine is that. I feel as though we all have our own personal opinions, and you shouldn't be judging nobody for what they decide to do or what they decide not to do, because at the end of the day, all of our bodies and our immune systems is different, and you shouldn't shun nobody for their decision. You need to respect their decision, and that's it. Don't keep saying, oh, you need to get it, oh, you need to get that, da 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 da. Don't do that, because at the end of the day, we all have a mind of our own. We all know our individual body, and again, I got it from people who were essentially vaccinated. So to me, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't get the virus this whole entire time that it's been out, and I've been unvaccinated. And then, you know, I go to a gathering where majority of everybody is vaccinated, and I end up getting it. So to me, it's just like, but again, like I said, it's my personal decision, it's my personal choice, and what I decide to do with my body is solely on me. This is my body. I have to live in it, and this is on me. Now, with me, I know, for one, before this whole corona thing, I was already a health freak, washing my hands all the time, wearing hand sanitizer, you know, putting on the hand sanitizer, always carrying hand sanitizer, keeping hand sanitizer in the car, you know, always wiping down myself at the gym. Like, this was already my routine before the coronavirus. I was already a health freak before the coronavirus. I have a bachelor's degree in health science because I'm such a health freak. So, like, for me, I was already practicing, you know, being safe. And then with me, I don't even like being at, like, how they had the whole 6 feet thing, stay 6 feet away. When they had the whole 6 feet thing, and then when they had the whole sanitizing thing everywhere, I was happy about that, because I don't like people all up on me anyway. Like, you know how you go to the grocery store and you move up and somebody else move up on top of you? Like, I don't like stuff like that. I'd rather have my own space, my own bubble and stuff like that. Because, like, for what? Why are we all on top of each other? And even still to this day, y'all, at the gym, it will be nobody in the treadmill section. Nobody. And like I said, I like to run on the treadmill for a good 30 minutes. And of course, when you running, you don't want to wear no mask. Y'all, it was nobody in sight. why somebody come over to the treadmill section and get on the treadmill right next to me. You know how you jump off to the side or whatever and stop running? I literally jumped off to the side and I'm looking around. I'm looking at this person and then I'm looking all around me because Gold's Gym, the one I go to, is huge. It has 2 levels or whatever. So literally is a big floor of treadmills down at the bottom level, and then up top you have a few treadmills here and there. But I was the only person one day on all the treadmills, out of all the treadmills in Gold's Gym, and this other person literally come over and get on the one next to me. Y'all, and I'm looking around and I instantly caught a fucking attitude. I was just like, what? And then my thing is, I wear a mask, so it's like you see a mask around my neck. If you see me with a mask on or whatever, like if I know I'm not wearing a mask because I'm vaccinated or I just don't care about my life or whatever, I'm not gonna go slap dead next to somebody else who's wearing a mask and get on the machine next to them. Like, that's just, to me, that's just common sense. And so oh, my scarf coming up, you guys, but that's just common sense. And so I was so pissed off, y'all. And with me, I'm the type of person, like, when they came over to me or whatever and got on the treadmill next to me, I pulled my mask up or whatever, and then I was like, you know, I'm not gonna be rude, but like after 2 minutes I got off that treadmill and I went to another one, because I want you to see how dumb you look. Like, why would you? People just kill me with that. So it's like, with me, I was already practicing, you know, not saying social distancing, but with me, I don't like to be all up on people anyway, because people is nasty. Like, people is so fucking nasty. Like, people will literally dig in their nose or blow their nose in their hand and then touch something, or they'll sneeze like and just like let all the particles fly in the air. And to me, that's nasty, and it's like, that's nasty, and I don't want to be around it or whatever, and I'm not going to be around it. So I was already practicing, you know, health stuff anyway, just on the regular, showering daily and all this other type of stuff. Like, some people wasn't even showering or washing their hands until the coronavirus came out, until they had the, you know, until they was forced to do it. But yeah, back to my story. So on the regular, I'm already a clean person, and you know, I practice hand washing, and I don't really like being up on people like that, especially nasty people. And so that's just what it is. And so when I found out that I had the coronavirus, I was shocked and I was confused. And literally when I found out that I had the coronavirus, like, all my symptoms was already gone. Like, I was already feeling better. Like, the only thing that I had, like, even the headache was gone. The only thing that I might have had was like a cough, like a dry cough, but it wasn't like obsessive. So when I was positive, it was just more so me taking the proper precautions, because it's clearly contagious. And hold on, y'all, I gotta focus again. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, like after I found out I had the coronavirus, like by that time the coronavirus, not saying that it was all said and done, but like my symptoms was gone and I was feeling a whole lot better and I was ready to enjoy life. But of course, like the contract tracing lady, she had called after she asked me these series of questions. She was just like, you know, you can't go back to work. She was just like, you need to let somebody know, and we'll be checking on you every 3 days, and the people that you were around, we'll be calling them, and you know, we'll just be checking on you through text messages. You'll just have to answer these questions and pretty much go from there. And I was just like, okay, you know, like we gotta do what we gotta do. And so pretty much I was on isolation, so I stayed pretty much majority in my room. I stayed in my room. I will only leave my room just to walk the dog, and when I did that, I had wore a mask too, because like, yeah, my health can be in tip-top shape, but that don't mean nobody else's health is in tip-top shape. And I just wanted to pretty much tell this story to let people know, like y'all, like even if it's family, even if you're vaccinated, even if, you know, whatever the circumstances is, like just do your due diligence and do your part to keep yourself healthy and those around you. Like, yeah, we love our family, but we don't know where they've been, just like how people don't know where I've been. Like, y'all can see, like, I'm out in Atlanta having the time of my life, and yeah, I didn't catch it then, but I still caught it. And you still want to do your due diligence and, you know, make sure you're safe and make sure others is safe around you. And, you know, my symptoms, in my opinion, was mild, very mild, compared to other people I know who are healthy, or, you know, may consider themselves healthy. Their symptoms, like some people saying that they still can't taste, they still can't smell even after a year. And my taste and smell only lasted, like I couldn't taste or smell, and that only lasted for a few days. So I'm just saying this to say, you know, still wash your hands, still wear your mask, do your due diligence to keep those and others safe around you. So that's my whole little story. And then even like to this day, y'all, like a lot of people still don't feel comfortable being around me, which is perfectly fine. A lot of people still don't feel comfortable being around me, even though, you know, I had the coronavirus, and you know, and I look fine and I look okay and stuff like that, like, which to me, like, that don't make me no never mind, because if I found out somebody had the coronavirus, like, I probably would be like, nah, I'm gonna have to, you know, see you in a few weeks or whatever the case may be, because you don't want your health to be impacted or the people that you be around to be impacted. And like, some people are business owners. Like, I wanted to get my nails done, and the girl who first initially was gonna do my nails, she was just like, you know, you gotta wait 3 weeks. Like, she was like, you gotta wait 3 weeks from the time that I told her for me to get my nails done. Now granted, I wasn't going to wait that long, because, you know, the Department of Health said that I was cleared after August 1st, and I'm going to wear a mask, you know, anywhere that I go. But those are her rules. Like, who am I to argue with somebody about their rules for how they want to conduct their business, and and their safety, because when you're a business owner, you have to make sure your health is always good, because if you're not working, how are you making money? So I didn't argue with her at all. Like, I had sent her my notice from the Department of Health saying that everything was good, and she still didn't feel comfortable with that, which is perfectly fine. I was just like, I had told her, I was like, hey, like, the Department of Health cleared me, like, I feel better, and can I come and get my nails done? And she was like, unfortunately it hasn't been 3 weeks, so no, you won't be able to come and get your nails done. And I was just like, okay. Like, I didn't argue with her at all, because again, I have to put myself in these people's shoes. And even like today, my cousin, she's having a housewarming party, and I already knew they was going to be lit. So now that I'm feeling better, I wanted to go, and so I had asked her, if I could bring somebody, but she didn't feel comfortable with me even coming, which I had told her, don't feel bad about that, because she run a business too, and she work around kids, and I don't think kids can get tested until like they're 12 or something like that. So it's like, I'm not upset that people don't want to be around me, even still to this day, because I had the coronavirus. Like, I'm not upset with that at all, because like I said, had it been me, I would have been running it the same way, and I wouldn't have felt bad or nothing. So I don't feel bad or anything. It's just, it is what it is. Like, really, like, just like I tell other people, like, you can catch it just as easily as I can, and we all got to take precautions. So if don't nobody want me around because they don't feel comfortable, then that's perfectly fine. And quite frankly, like, I don't really feel comfortable going around a whole lot of people, because I'm not vaccinated. So I'm not trying to, I don't even know if you can catch it again or whatever the case may be. But I'm not trying to really go through all that again, because I'm trying to work, I'm trying to be consistent, I'm trying to do my YouTube channel. Like, I'm just trying to do stuff, and the coronavirus ain't a part of what I'm trying to do. So yeah, so that's my story on that. And if anybody have any questions for me, then definitely shoot me a message or send me a comment below. Like, I'm not afraid to speak about it. Yeah, I'm not afraid to answer any questions that anybody may have, because I know a lot of people who haven't gone through having the coronavirus, and they might want to know more than what I stated today in this video. But I just wanted to come on here and spread awareness, because we all like to get our hair done and get our makeup done. And whoops, speaking of makeup, I didn't put on my translucent product. We all like to go out, like the clubs, like the world is open, and I know they're talking about another lockdown, and I heard Florida is way worse, especially with this Delta variant is out. So I mean, I'm not judging nobody, because we all have to still live. Like, we can't stop living because of the coronavirus, but just be careful, and make sure your loved ones and your elders are, if you're around them, wear a mask or stay 6 feet away and all that type of stuff. Because again, like, my symptoms were mild, and I know people my age who had the virus and they still don't have their taste or their smell back and all that type of stuff. And we all have to protect ourselves, and we all have to protect one another. Enjoy my content, definitely like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up button and ring that bell for when I do an upload, so y'all can stay in connection with me, y'all. And also, if you're not already, follow my YouTube. I mean, not my YouTube, y'all, look at me. Follow my Instagram, which is gonna be up here on the screen. Alright, you guys, this is the finished look. It is a cute little evening, date time, girls night out, whatever you got going on, look. And you, of course, you already know what I'm about to say. If you love this type of content, definitely support your girl by subscribing to the kingdom, the empire, our channel, supporting the dream, you guys. Also like, share, and hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment below, y'all don't be trying to talk to me. Leave me a comment below, y'all, and let me know what y'all think about this cute little date night look. I'm definitely loving this dress. I'm loving this hair. Even though we definitely had a hair malfunction, I'm gonna get that braid, y'all. Best believe we gonna get that braid down pat. I just wasn't trying to do all that today because I had some other things I need to do. But the look still came out good, y'all. So of course, again, support the dream, you guys. I thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.